Hello, my name is Richard Goldstein. I'm a partner in the Pensions Group at Mayer Brown. Welcome to the 5th episode of our monthly video series. In these videos, we cover different topics each month, providing an overview of the issues faced by pension industry practitioners and offering some practical insight. The time spent watching these videos can count towards solicitors' continuing competence and PMI CPD requirements. Please contact us if you require further information. Contact information will be provided at the end of the video. All the videos are available on our Mayer Brown YouTube channel. You can subscribe to this channel so that new episodes are shown automatically in your subscriptions feed. In this episode, I'm going to provide an overview of the Pension Schemes Bill that was recently laid before Parliament. In February 2017 and then in March 2018, the government published a green paper and then a white paper on proposals designed to enhance the security and sustainability of DB pensions in the UK and to protect DB pension schemes. The proposals covered a wide range of areas, including funding, pension regulator powers, and DB consolidation. The government also consulted further in December 2018 on its proposals in relation to regulator powers, confirming in February 2019 that it would proceed with its proposals to give the regulator a wide range of new powers and sanctions. In addition, in November 2018, the government consulted on how a legislative framework for collective DC or CDC schemes might be delivered. CDC schemes are a middle ground between a DB scheme and a DC scheme. Employers and members pay a fixed contribution rate, but member assets are pooled rather than held in individual accounts. Members are promised a target as opposed to guaranteed pension on retirement. This pension can be reduced if investment returns are poor and annual increase in revaluation rates vary according to investment returns. Pooling the assets means members share the longevity and investment risk. Higher returns can be targeted and there are lower costs due to economies of scale. In March 2019, the government confirmed that it would create a legislative framework for CDC schemes. The bill would implement many of the proposals covered in the government's Green and White papers and its consultation on regulator powers and CDC schemes. Broadly speaking, the bill would introduce the following. 1. A legislative framework for collective DC schemes, including for their authorisation and supervision by the regulator. Among other things, benefits under a CD scheme will be classed as money purchase benefits, and employers will not therefore be required to make good any funding shortfall. Next, a range of new regulator powers and sanctions. These would include broader inspection and information gathering powers. On the sanction side, various new criminal offences would be introduced, such as avoidance of an employer debt, conduct risking accrued scheme benefits, and failure to comply with a contribution notice. The regulator would also be given the power to issue a civil penalty of up to £1 million in certain cases, including for knowingly or recklessly providing false information to the regulator or to trustees. Changes to the regulator's existing powers to issue contribution notices, including the addition of 2 new grounds on which the regulator can issue a contribution notice. Next, changes to the notifiable events regime, including a new duty for employers to notify the regulator and submit a statement about certain events affecting a DB scheme employer. The list of events will be set out in regulations. A new legislative framework for pension dashboards, including an obligation on trustees to provide information to qualifying pensions dashboards. Next, changes to the DB funding regime, including the introduction of a new requirement for trustees to determine a long-term funding target and investment strategy and to produce a written statement on that strategy and submit it to the regulator. And finally, changes to the statutory transfer regime, whereby exercise of a statutory transfer right would be subject to restrictions that are to be set out in regulations. The bill did not contain any provisions in relation to DB consolidation. The government consulted in December 2018 on a proposed legislative framework for the authorisation and supervision of commercial DB consolidation vehicles, also known as super funds. However, no response to the consultation has yet been published. The bill didn't complete its passage through Parliament before Parliament was dissolved ahead of the December 2019 general election. When the bill was laid, the then Pensions Minister said it had a cross-party support. It is therefore likely the bill will be relayed at some point, but exactly when and in what form is unknown. That ends this video. Please feel free to email me with any comments or questions on this video to rgoldstein@mayorbrown.com. That's RGOLDSTEIN@mayorbrown.com. The video is an overview of the law in this area, and how the law will apply in any particular case will depend on individual circumstances. Please therefore remember to seek legal advice on your particular circumstances.